welcome back to the Coffee Bar with your favorite bartender, A by Cup of Coffee. We are here for a sneak peek, which is meaning we're going to be doing a few previews for things that are coming out, streaming and otherwise in the very near future. And we're also going to make a little drink while we're talking about everything. So stick with me. This is going to definitely be an experiment. Hope y'all like both. So, first things first, I've already got pineapple partially cored here. There we go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our chill glass and we're gonna add an ounce and a half to 2 ounces of rum chata, which is a really sweet rum. I like the lemon better than the regular one, so this is what we're gonna use today. We're gonna pour this over ice. Yeah, right about 2 ounces. And we're gonna let this go ahead and chill. Now while we let that chill, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that are coming out now. Friday, we do have the Umbrella Academy Season 2 coming out, if you were not aware. And the Umbrella Academy is, I would say, a little bit kind of like the X-Men that has, you know, the main character, the father, who basically goes and adopts these 7 kids that were born on the same day. And yeah, we're gonna torch this pineapple. So yeah, he adopts these 7 kids, teaches them how to fight crime with their powers, and basically they grow up and they're emotionally a little inept because of what he put them through. And basically they spend the season kind of finding themselves and also avoiding the end of the world. It's a little bit of time travel involved, a little bit of spatial travel involved. I really liked it though. I really liked it. It didn't do too much of the jumping back and forth that it just kind of threw you off. But I definitely like the show. I'm looking forward to season 2. And in season 2, from what I can tell, they're going to be looking at actually preventing another cataclysm, but they're going to be in another time period. They're not going to be in present day 2019 from, you know, where they were. They're going to be back about 30 years or so, and 30 or 40 years, as a matter of fact. And I actually like the premise. They had a little bit of a, like I said, X-Men Jean Grey thing going on at the end, but they actually did it really good. Ellen Page is in this. If you don't know her, she's from Juno. She's in it, and it all comes together very well. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Now, the next is we're looking at The Boys season 2, and I know everybody has been looking forward to The Boys season 2. The Boys, as a matter of fact, has crashed onto Amazon Prime and been, like, I believe, one of their #1 shows. It's actually, even though season 2 is coming out here in September, September the 4th, as a matter of fact, they've actually already been renewed for season 3. That's how good it is. And if you haven't seen it, please check it out. They turn the superhero genre on its ear, and they basically show you what it would be like if superheroes were in the real world. They would be looked at like celebrities, and basically that's what they are to everyone in their universe. They are actual celebrities. We're gonna take a time out to see this smoke in here. It's actually pretty cool. And this is just gonna taste like pineapple right off the grill. It's actually gonna be wonderful, as a matter of fact. This is a very ripe pineapple. I waited for you guys so I could do this. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, so The Boys season 2, we're gonna see new characters, as a matter of fact. And the one I'm looking forward most to is Stormfront. And basically they kind of changed her character. It was a he in the comics. The Boys were so good, I went and read the comic itself. But she was on a different team. Kind of like if the boys, if the seven from the boys would be the Justice League, then this team would have been more so like the Avengers. And Stormfront, she's going to be actually kind of a foil to Homelander. And with that being stated, I believe that they're probably going to end up being in a partnership, because even though it's said that she's going to be a little bit weaker as far as power levels go, she's going to have a lot of power and a lot of influence on social media. If you've seen the clip, you've seen her being added to the team, and Homelander is not happy about it at all. So it's actually pretty funny when you look at it. But yeah, you're gonna. There's a link I'm gonna leave below where the boys actually square off against the Deep, which is their version of Aquaman or Namor, and it's actually pretty funny. Like, they end up like running directly through this whale because he thinks he's got them cornered. But of course, one of the main characters on the other side of the boys, Bill the Butcher, he's just not going. So, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm going to leave a few links below. That way you all can see some of the clips that have been put out with the boys. Season 2. I'm going to take a quick break to go ahead and finish this off here in the 10. Perfect. And what we're going to add here is 2 ounces of Everclear. Perfect. And we're going to add a little pineapple juice from the pineapple that we used. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna muddle this baby. And while we're muddling, yeah, please leave your comments about the boys too. Anything that I might have missed. I mean, I definitely really want y'all to check that series out. If y'all haven't, I've actually watched the series several times, and if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and catch up before September. That way you'll be ready with the rest of us here. Now, one other thing that had actually dropped at Comic-Con, which is what we're going into now. Comic-Con this past weekend was, of course, your boy here, Rick and Morty season 5. A clip did drop of that. I'm gonna actually drop a link below where you all can check that out. But yeah, Rick and Morty season 5 is gonna be dropping, and they are still gonna be going on adventures and everything like that. If you watched the end of season 4, you saw Clone Beth return, or the real Beth, which we don't even know, which is crazy in itself. And they just basically showed, I think all the characters actually showed that they did not need Rick. And I believe out of the 4 seasons that have shown, this is probably the lowest Rick has felt. He always has some type of epiphany, I feel like, at either midway or at the end of the season. And I think this is the one where he really felt at his lowest at the end of season 4. He really was down on himself, and he was really like, I'm a bad father. And not like in season 3, episode 9, the ABCs of Beth, where he was like, no, I'm a bad father by far. No, he really was by himself, and he was like, crap, I'm a bad father. And that's how it went off. And I'm anxious to see what the family dynamic will be, with everybody kind of showing Rick, hey, we don't need you. We don't need the answers. Hey, we don't need to know who our real mom is. We got 2 moms, and that's all we care about. And Jerry was like, hey, I got 2 wives. That's all I care about. And both the best was like, hey, we got kids to raise and a galaxy to save, and we don't really need you. So it's going to be interesting to see. But the clip from season 5 is hilarious. It shows this guy named Nimbus, and he looks kind of like Aquaman or Namor. He's Rick's nemesis that we've never seen before, but it's actually pretty funny. I hope you all get to check that out. I'm gonna leave a link below, like I said, for you all to check that out. Now, outside of that, we are gonna actually go ahead and jump over to DC, because DC is actually doing a lot of things here. They actually ended their animated series, excuse me. They actually ended their animated universe, which I would say would be in comparison to the New 52. It started with Flashpoint, which I will do a review on that actually coming up next week. I already have a video in the works of that. And then also it ended with Apocalypse War, which I also will cover that next week as well. It's both of those animated movies are absolutely awesome. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, please check those out. They are they're really good to be animated features, and some of DC's best work, as a matter of fact. But yeah, with those coming to an end, they are actually starting their animated series over, and I feel like this is gonna be like their New 52. Rebirth. I feel like this is gonna be Rebirth for them, and it's gonna be starting with Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and I'm gonna leave a link below where y'all can see some of those clips that have been actually already dropped, and that's actually supposed to be coming out August the 23rd, and it's basically showing Superman going from Smallville to Metropolis, and basically I think it's gonna actually show him going up against. They actually show the clip with him and Lobo, so Lobo's actually gonna be in it, and there's actually gonna be one. I want to say it's Parasite who he's gonna be fighting, maybe his first villain in Metropolis. But the animation style kind of reminds me of the old Superman cartoon that used to go alongside of Batman the Animated Series. If you ever watched that on the WB or WB Kids when you were younger, I know I did. And the animation style kind of gives me a little nostalgia, a little bit. And I think it's going to be actually pretty nice to kind of see that origin retold in a different way. Like I said, that's going to be I believe their rebirth type thing that they're going to be doing. And quick break, we're going to go ahead and get this shield glass out of here. And now that this is muddled to death while I was talking, we're going to get our strainer. Pour that right over the top. All right. And now, I'll take that. We'll get rid of that later. A little more pineapple juice in here. Perfect. All right. Now the next DC feature that's supposed to be coming out that I can't say I'm necessarily excited to see, but I am interested to see where it goes. It's gonna be a little triple sec here. It's gonna be Batman: A Death in the Family. And now we've all seen the Red Hood. If you've seen Under the Red Hood, we know what that's about. You know, Robin's journey from going from Robin to the Red Hood, which is pretty cool. But it looks like it's gonna be a retelling and actually interactive, as a matter of fact, and I'm curious to see how they're gonna do that. It's gonna be very interactive, where you can choose different pathways for Robin or Batman to do, which is pretty interesting because originally that comic book was that day's version of interactive. We're gonna put what else in here. And the cool thing about that was, I mean, you were able to call in and vote on whether Robin actually died or not, and people voted that he died, so that was interesting in itself. But yeah, this is supposed to be a little bit more interactive, like via Blu-ray. So I'm like I said, I'm very curious on how they're gonna actually go ahead and do that. But yeah, I hope everybody checks that out. I'll include a link below and a few pictures on how that looks. Boom. And as you can see, the rum chata kind of seeps up, which is pretty cool. I always think that's one of the coolest things about rum chata, on how it kind of changes the color of the drink. I'm gonna put 2 cherries in here. Alright, and the last thing I want to discuss is actually one thing that I believe a lot of people are very anxious to see, which is from the information I've been able to get, is coming out in 2021, is the Snyder Cut for the Justice League. I'm absolutely stoked about this. From what I've been hearing and seeing from Snyder, they're putting over 20 million into this thing, and they're gonna make it like a series. So it's supposed to be like anywhere from 4 to 6 hours long, which I promise you I can't sit that long. Well, yes I can. I can sit that long for something that's good, but they're supposed to be actually making it that long and making it into a series, kind of like maybe they did the Watchmen series. So like I said, I'm stoked to see what's going on. There is going to be a link below where you can actually see where they shot. Snyder actually dropped it during Comic-Con weekend, where it was the black suited Superman instead of the traditional red and blue suit. That is really good. Wow. Wow, that is really good. So yeah, I will definitely drop those links down below so you all can check out all this stuff, and make sure that you're ahead of the curve. Binge if you need to. But yeah, that Snyder Cut supposed to be a little bit different from the original Justice League movie that we got. Of course, you all know some personal things happened with Zack Snyder, and we had the director that actually did Marvel's Avengers, Joss Whedon. He took over, and you could definitely tell the tone changes. It went from dark to kind of these little witty one-line quips, and it kind of didn't match up. And I'm really hoping that the Snyder Cut definitely does a little bit better than the Justice League did, as far as showing what the characters were going through. This one is actually supposed to include, if not Darkseid, a lot more references to Darkseid. So like I said, I am very anxious and stoked to see what happens there. But in the comments below, please let me know what you all think about Rick and Morty season 5 and 6. As a matter of fact, they were talking about both. The Boys season 2, the DC things that are going on, and also the Umbrella Academy season 2. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll be covering all of these as well in future videos, so please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you know when I'm dropping knowledge for you all. Thank y'all once again. Please remember, drink more coffee. Have a good one.